Halfway through the 12 count of games on Ohio State's schedule, and head coach Jim Tressel joining us now. And coach, each one counts the same in the standings, so you have to approach them the same way. In theory, Bowling Green comes in. You get out of conference here a little bit, away from the Big Ten. Good time, bad time, as scripted?
A little unusual to play a team from out of the conference, especially ones that in-state we normally play early in the year. But, you know, they were a good football team, much better than they were at the beginning of the year, which was probably a good thing that we faced them as they have been getting better and they've been getting a little bit older and so forth. But I'd much rather be playing a Big Ten game, and so our wish will come true next week.
Yeah, soon enough you will. We'll talk about that a little later in the show. 105,057 ready to greet you and your honorary captain, Rob Sims.
Rob Sims, Seattle Seahawks. It was really good to have him back, and he was really touched that he was here.
Well, great stuff there, as it always is, to hear from those meaningful guys in the program. Ted Ginn Jr., right from the start here, very first drive of the game, 12 yards, I don't know, covered 50 or 60 on the play.
Whenever one of those happens, I hear the coaches on the headset yelling, "Where's he going? Where's he going? Go, Ted, go!" You know how that.
Yeah.
Here we had a good play action. Roy Hall comes up with a good catch, and you know we moved down, you know, fairly methodically that first drive, and that was good to see.
Well, again, Roy Hall figures into the plans here. Was that something game planning, or is he just the open guy there?
He just happened to be the open guy, and according to the coverage that we were seeing, Troy's pretty disciplined about that. And here, good job with his eyes. He looked back at Anthony Gonzalez over the middle and got the ball to Rory Nickel, and that was a good drive.
Yeah, Gonzo, usually the hot guy underneath, that he just fires it right in there, but using the tight end, something you like to see. 7-0 Ohio State, and then the ensuing drive.
Speaking of using the tight end,
yes.
The naked route, we call it, without much protection, got that back to the tight end. And I tell you what, I thought Turner's got a pretty darn good arm. Our guys were striking people back there and forcing the incompletion. And then the block was Kurt Coleman, I think, coming across there. And Jamario O'Neal doing a good job of bringing it back and getting great field position.
The first block of any type this season as well, so you like to see that finally.
Yep. We'd worked hard at that, and our guys came up with it.
Back on offense here, and Ted Ginn, just a little move there is going to slip the receiver and get him down the field for a 13-yard pickup. Back in business. Well,
it's good to get the ball out there, especially when they have a run defense all stacked up in the box. And here we bobbled the snap a little bit, and Troy got loose and did a good job of keeping the play alive, had his head upfield looking for receivers, and then stepped up and ran it. And that was a big play, and you know, we're going to need that in order to win the Big Ten. He's going to have some key step-ups.
Well, at a big time, too. 3rd and 26 there. He picks up 34 and sets up this 8-yard TD run, Antonio Pittman.
Well, Antonio Pittman just keeps getting better and better, and you know, he got into the end zone twice this week, and we probably didn't give him as many carries as we would like to, but he's going to be a great back.
3rd and 10, getting a little pressure on Turner, and a tip ball there. Vernon Golston, I didn't know he had hands there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Vernon's got big hands. I haven't seen him make too many interceptions, but it's a great job doing that, and that turnover happening. And here's Troy on the move out there to Teddy, and you know, moving the chains.
Well, turning turnovers, making points out of that, a key thing, making it hurt a little bit. Roy Hall back in the mix here, 13 yards complete to him as the drive continues.
And again, good discipline by Troy, good protection by our offensive line. It gives you a chance to move the ball down in scoring position. Here comes Antonio again, right at the camera, and you know, it's good to get him in the end zone.
Well, and multiple times as well. His first time this season, he's been in twice in the same game, and both 8-yard runs in this game, and it makes it a 21-0 count.
This was a heck of a punt by A.J. Trapasso. Talk about great punt placement, great distance. A.J. Trapasso, I think, is one of the best punters in the Big Ten.
Well, and a sweet play on the cover there as well. Tackled at the 7-yard line, so the D can kind of hone in and lock it down, and Bullock is just clobbered there at the line of loss of 1.
Our defense did a good job. A lot of different looks Bowling Green came with, and I thought Turner did a good job throwing the football. Here you see the pressure and the sack, and you know, our defense was challenged.
Justin Zwick, you wanted him to close out the half here and get a couple of throws?
Yeah, we did. We wanted him to try to do a 2-minute drill type thing. I think he went in with 3.5, 4 minutes to go, and had a couple completions. It was good for him to get in there when the game was, you know, still undecided. Yeah,
13 yards complete there, and you know, you put 3 touchdowns on the board, and then that lull kind of sets in. Something you always worry about, I guess.
Yeah, you really do. You know, to keep razor sharp when, you know, it just doesn't feel as if the game is at hand. And now in the Big Ten, you don't have to worry about that because you have to fight for every inch you can possibly get, and that'll start in East Lansing.
And also, speaking offensively, and Antonio Pittman, what he's been able to do, you get the offense going, want to get some sort of rhythm going, get some kind of sync going. We've seen him score twice already here in the first half. But on the season, he scored in 11 straight games now going back to last year. The last guy that did that was Keith Byers back in the 80s, who went like on a 20-game streak. So
Antonio has scored in 11 straight?
11 straight games.
How about that?
Touchdowns.
Good job, Antonio.
See that? Props from the coach here on Buckeye Football Weekly. We're back with more from our second half coming up.